right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to One Sober to Another. I apologize for your camera view. However, I am actually coming back from picking up some bikes for me and my son, and hopefully they stay situated in the back there. I got them ratchet strapped and all that good stuff. Which reminded me of when I was coming out of the Army. I had to do a lot of things in order to prepare for that, because not only was I a recovering alcoholic, but I had a whole set of circumstances that were coming up that I had to prepare for. And a lot of those, you know, you really can't take every precaution that you can think of in order to be prepared for being separated from the Army. In my case, I retired, so it was a lot of uncertainty with a lot of guaranteed income. What does that mean for me, and why am I telling you this in the first place? The reason I'm telling you is because a lot of you who tune in to One Sober to Another are actually new to sobriety, A, and then next, you are delving into, all right, great, I got sober. Now what am I supposed to do? How is my life going to be better now that I quit drinking? How are things going to change for me that I can immediately see? Or why quit in the first place when everything is looking bleak and when everything is looking like, why the hell should I care, and who the hell cares if I get sober anyway? For me, folks, and this is for me only, I can't speak for anybody who watches, I can't speak for anybody else's experience, and I can't speak to how you intend to stay sober in the first place. But for me, it took a lot of learning how to do things in a new way. Now, for those of you who watch this channel and who are rocking it through this video, you know that I drank for 23 years, and that's not something easy to change. And it's the same philosophy with when I got out of the Army. I did the Army for 20 years and I drank for 23. So mathematically, everything I learned there, in a sense, became ineffective to the way that I was going to live my life in sobriety. And the reason is, you know, that all those things and all those skills and tasks and knowledge and wisdom and all that great stuff that I got when I was in the Army, really I don't have, and I have to rebuild that toolkit, so to speak, because I don't have it anymore. Everything I learned when I was drunk just doesn't apply in my life anymore, and that's kind of sad, because I'll tell you what, being in the Army for 20 years gave me so many skills and so many ways of dealing with things and leadership qualities and just things that I could use in my daily life that I used in the military. I don't have that because it was all learned while I was either in a haze or while I was drunk or when I was recovering from being drunk. So unfortunately, most of that is gone. And that is the point of this video, is because when I was putting these bikes on, I had to put them, you know, nice and close together. I had to ratchet strap them down. And the reason why I had to do that is because there's a balance that has to be given so those bikes don't get messed up and so they don't fall out of the bed of the truck. That metaphor applies to my life now. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. My father-in-law is sick. I am a manager of a program that is essentially brand new and starting fresh. And I have to be able to gain skills necessary in order to navigate all of these things in my life. My son is getting older. He's, you know, with his girlfriend all the time. My wife is consumed with her father. My mother-in-law is overwhelmed with my father-in-law. And, you know, it's just a lot to take on without these faculties that I had while I was in the Army. So I'm rebuilding all these coping skills. I'm rebuilding all these mechanisms that I used for 20 years that got erased by my alcoholism. Is it self-induced, and should anyone feel bad? Absolutely not. But I'm saying, if you are in the same category and you are relearning everything as well, it can be overwhelming, and it can be scary, and it can be super challenging if you don't have the right support, if you don't have the same kind of system that I have in place. A lot of folks respond with, I don't know how to get sober, I don't know what to do, what's the first step? First step, stop drinking. That's the first step. Can you do that alone? Maybe. Is it easier with some support? Absolutely. But I'm here to tell you, everything, if you're an alcoholic like me, everything that you did in your active alcoholism or in your addiction or whatever consumed your life while you were trying to actually live it, once you stop using those substances, once you stop putting that stuff into your body and it responds to the survival mechanisms in your brain, or signals, so to speak, then you have to relearn certain things, and you have to be able to provide your own balance and your own security with your own ratchet strap in order to make sobriety work in your favor. Because if you get sober and you don't take any precautions, and you don't make a plan, and you don't change things that need to be changed in your life, nothing will change. And so you're going to think that sobriety, and I'm speaking in general, not for you, you're going to think that sobriety is boring, sobriety is not worth your time, and you may as well get drunk or high and succeed from that. Unfortunately, folks, that's opposite of what I think you should be doing. And who cares what I think? I don't know. Nobody. But I'm telling you from my experience, if you don't put these things in place and you don't make the changes that are necessary, nothing's going to change. And so therefore, what's going to prevent you from going back? That's, I guess, the key here. Anyway, so I wanted to shoot this because I'm driving, and because I'm on the way back, because I secured these bikes in the back of my truck, and because I have the ability to be in my truck securing these bikes, if that makes sense. Folks, everyone who has subscribed to this channel, I am grateful for your support and your insight and your comments and your shares, because they're valuable not only to me, but for everybody reading and for everybody who gets to see your experience, strength, and hope. Folks, if you dig this channel, consider subscribing. Life is a daggone garden. And guess what? I'm gonna get on home. And before I do, real quick, yeah, I did that. I turned around. I got this freaking fantastic helmet. Why is it pink, you ask? I don't know. Because I think it's cool. Anyway, life's a garden, dig it. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. You have a fantastic day.